Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create AI personalized videos for each of your prospects using Clay and Sendspark, and then send them in instantly at scale. So basically, what it's going to look like, you'll send your email, and they'll see, you saying hi, first name, and then recording as if over their website here. I'm going to go through the steps for how to set this up, and just for the sake of speed, I'm going to assume that you already have your lead lists and emails. So just to tell you how I did this in case it's helpful, we're using Instantly. I looked at LinkedIn companies that were in our industry that we focus on. And then I looked for the companies that had job descriptions with keywords that are relevant to us. So like business development, sales automation. And then I did add people to find the right titles that we'd want to reach out to. And then I did some validation. I did the validated work email thing with Clay to find the right emails. And one last thing I'll do here for simplicity is just filter this to where the work email has results. And so that way we're just looking at, a few people that we actually want to reach out to that have real emails. So the next thing we'll do is we'll send the contacts into Senspark to generate personalized videos for them there. Before we do this, we need to do a very important step, which is make our dynamic video campaign. So we're basically setting everything up as a template, and then we send the contacts in. We'll get the personalized videos for them. So let's do this demo. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going to borrow the default Senspark video. But what you can do is you just record a normal video of yourself, but instead of actually saying hi to the person that you're talking to, you say, hi, watermelon. So it's if you're reaching out to your prospect watermelon, like this. Hi, watermelon. I just generated this video using Senspark's AI. So everything else in the video is normal. The only thing you're changing is that word watermelon. And then we can also set this up with a page template. So when you're sending out to people, instead of just sending like the pure video, then we'll add some text to make sure it converts. So let me use this starter template. And actually, I want to change pretty much all of this. So, hi, first name. Maybe we'll say, would love to show how we can help. Company name, scale your personalized outreach. Feel free to, create a free account or schedule a demo with me. We'll say get free trial. Sign up, do it. And then I'm going to add my HubSpot calendar here. So if people want to meet with me, they can. So this is what the page is going to look like. One note too, if you're setting this up, it's going to be your logo, your branding. You can even use your custom domain to make sure that, this aligns with your branding. Okay, last step, we generate the videos, but we're going to do this through Clay and using an HTTP API request. So what we'll do is here, we'll do add enrichment, HTTP API, and we're going to go through and do all of this. So for this, what we'll do is the method is a post request. The endpoint, basically the framework is this. So it's like, this is the endpoint, and then you're going to need to add your workspace ID here and your dynamic campaign ID here. The dynamic campaign ID, easiest place to find it is just here in the URL of your dynamic video campaign. It's between these slashes. So you can just grab this and copy it over and replace that. I think I lost a slash. So we have that there. And then the workspace ID, we're going to find this. Mess up in a new area. I'm actually going to go into our API credential setting here. So so we can find our workspace ID here. So we got that URL for the body. I'm just going to copy and paste this in. And basically, the way I set this up, so to walking through this really quick, process and authorizing charge. You'll have a sample, like a number of dynamic videos included in your plan, but if you want to be able to create more, you want this set to true. Force creation will have you force create a new prospect, even if they already exist on your campaign. and it will just keep like the last one that you're doing here. And then for this is my info just to test this out, but what we want to do is make this dynamic with the clay data. So we'll do import this in from the first name column here, and comma, validated work email here, and then the background URL here. So this is what they call it, company domain. So this is all the information that we're sending in. So when we create the video, we're sending in the name, the email. We could send this information in. I'm just not bothering with it. And then the background URL is what we want to make it look like we're recording over. So we have this all set up, and then we need to add the headers and add our API key. I'm going to show you how this works. And this is like not a real account. So but I want to show you so you know where to grab your own API keys. But you're going to go back into your API setting, and then you can generate an API key. And what you also need to do is generate an API secret. So this is the secret, and then this is unique to like you as a person. And then meanwhile, your API key is unique to your workspace. So copy your API secret to your clipboard, and then you can just go and paste this in where you need it. Just do the key is X, API secret, and then you can paste this in. And then for the X API key, you can grab that in basically the same spot, but it's going to be right here. So this is the API key. Okay, so let's just double check all this. So we have our post method, we have our endpoint, we put in the workspace ID, the dynamic video ID, we set this up. So we have all the information, and then we're also sending these dynamic fields from Clay, and then we added our API credentials. And so let's save and then just run this for 10 rows and make sure that we're getting this. If it's working, it should see 200. If not, it'll say error. So fingers crossed for, yes, 200. That's what we wanted. Well, one error, but it is what it is. So now that we have these generated, let's just double check and go to our Sendspark campaign and refresh. And what we want to see is that we have dynamic videos generating, which is good. We see a spinning icon and it says they're generating. So we can just click here and make sure that they are indeed generating. So that's great. And I think that means we should generate the rest of the column. So let's do that. Okay, so now we have our videos, we have our leads in Clay, we have our videos in Senspark. The next step is going to be to send this out in instantly. So what we're going to do here, and I'll just kind of reuse this campaign. But what I'm doing, just because the videos can take a second of time to generate, and it can take longer depending on how many you have, I put a 2-step campaign, and step 1 is just an email. And then step 2, 1 day later, is the video. And that's going to give like all the videos plenty of time to generate. So when we're sending it out, we know that they exist. You could send it in the first one, but if you did that, what I'd recommend doing is either adding a delay or even better, using webhooks to make sure that your videos have successfully generated before sending them out. So instead of just going ahead and enrolling people in the campaign, you're listening. Has that video generated, and only sending it when it has. But let's just do this one. So what we'll do is first, I'm going to delete this video because it's actually from a different campaign. And I want to add the placeholder snippet for this dynamic video campaign here. Let's see if those are generating. So click share campaign and then search for instantly. Just click on this and it's going to copy a code snippet to your clipboard. And then what you want to do is go back into your instantly email and switch into HTML. And then just paste this in where you want that video to go. Paste it in here and then switch back. And we should see our video. This paste a little big, in my opinion. Some people like it big, but I usually shrink it down a little bit. One thing I also like about shrinking it is if it's smaller, your quality is a little bit sharper too. So just shrink it down, make sure you get that like extra sharp quality. And then this is really all we need to do here. If you want to preview that it works, what you can do is pick a contact from your campaign that the videos have fully generated for. So for example, we could do jake@giphy.com, and then we can preview the video like on his behalf. So we can click on preview, make that smaller, and then we could do Jake, and then, oops, that did not paste right, but we could do jake@giphy.com. And what we should see here is instead of that sample snippet, we should see the one that was made for Jake@Giphy. So we see it says, hi, Jake, and then boom, we see our video personalized for him, and we can even click on it. Well, I guess we can't click on it from the test, but what we could do if we wanted to check out how this looks in Sendspark is just click on this and open it in a new window to see how it's going to look. Here, let me start that over with sound.
Sparks AI. Hi, Jake. I just generated this video using Senspark's AI. So
cool. So now, like you can see, Jake's getting his video made for him. Everyone else in Senspark, once these, go here. All of these people should be getting the videos made for them. The last thing we have to do is just go back into Clay and make sure that we're adding these contacts into that instantly sequence now that it's all set and ready to go. And I should make sure I save that so we have the right snippet in here. So back in Clay, we will add a column. And from here, we can do is just search for instantly, add lead to campaign. And then what we want to do is make sure it's the right email, make sure it's the right campaign, and then send whatever information you want. It's really important to send the email in because that's like the contact you're sending. And you want to also make sure, it's the same validated email that you're using with Sendspark to make sure that they're getting the right video. And then you could also send the first name or any other fields that you used to personalize the email. So that's it. We can save and run 10 to test. And let's just give it a second. It happens really fast. And now if we go into leads, then we should see all these people have been added. So cool. I hope this helps you scale your personalized outreach. Once you set this up, like you can keep reusing the same Senspark campaign and the same instantly campaign and just add more contacts to it. So really great way to personalize your outreach at scale. Cheers.